hi, I'm here with Elton for Parents for Parents Rights.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Let's take a look. Let's get a video or a shot of that. There we go.
Our website is www.parentsrights.ca, and then we've also grown a coalition of parents that was formed in Ottawa. It's www.parentsrights.doa.dateofaction.ca.
So you're a co-founder, are you?
Yes, I am.
Well, how did all this get started?
So for me, I go to my child's parent council. My youngest is in elementary school. She's in grade 2, and I support local charities. So I go to my parent council when the kids need something. I use my work that I do to help schools out, right? So two people were talking about stuff going on in the schools. First one started talking about books in school. Then the other one started talking about a kid meowing in a high school class, which just happened that my older daughter went to. It's called Westview Academy. It's for kids that have an individual education plan. And they said they couldn't do anything about it because it's a clear trait. It's against their human rights. So all I could think about was those kids not being able to learn because they're already marginalized with their learning. That's why they're at that school. Then it happened to be the second school she talked about was Walkerville Collegiate in Windsor. Said they had a litter box and furries.
A litter box in the classroom.
In the school, yeah, and furries. Furries are kids that dress up in stuff. I'll send you some information on it.
Yeah, I think I've seen them like foxes or pretend to be dogs.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
cats or something.
Exactly.
The schools, they're promoting this by bringing in the litter boxes. And
so to be honest with you, I thought they were kooks. Just like I thought the people that were fighting against COVID were kooks. And so I've learned during my COVID journey, which I shared with you off the record here, that they were right. So now I dive and investigate myself. So I called the school because my daughter recently just left that school and went to another high school. So I asked the secretary, I said, do you guys have litter boxes there? She's like, oh, absolutely not. I said, I'm so sorry. Those ladies talking last night are kooks. Thanks, but the world's so crazy right now, I just had to ask. Then she asked if I talked to the principal. I said, oh, no, I'm not wasting anybody's time. But she sounded like she had an urgency in her voice. So I was like, okay, so I gave it to her. So when I started to talk to the principal, I said, I didn't ask about the litter boxes to start. I asked about the furries. And she said, no, absolutely not, which I knew was a lie because I asked my daughter before I called. And there are furries at that school. So in the midst of that, probably about later on in the day, I got an email sharing this gender identity and accommodation policy that basically states, it states a child regardless of age can change their pronouns or their identity or ask for accommodation. So that led me to believe that those two parents that were speaking weren't kooks. So I searched them out at our next Meet the Teacher event, and that's where we co-founded Parents for Parents Rights. And then we did a rush from there, which I can share you some articles that you can blend in.
Sure. Wow, that is crazy.
Oh, it's good, but the only good thing is I thought I was on an island until I started seeking around, and we're getting more and more numbers. New Brunswick's actually been the first province to, they're actually put an age line on it now, 16 and younger, which I can live with. I'd like to see 18 and younger, but it's a start. So that's what my mission is with this. There is other missions that have come up during this, but my main issue as the co-founder is this policy.
Like I remember as a kid going into school with it was a Bart Simpson shirt and said, "Who the hell are you, man?" or something. I was told to go home and change my shirt. We're not allowing that.
Oh yeah.
What has changed from back then to today?
Well, to be honest with you, it's funny you said that because there's actually no dress code in schools right now. So if you go by a high school, you'll see some stuff that you'll never see. The girls are barely wearing anything. That's another thing we want to address, but they don't want to really touch the dress code because of what happened in the whole district school board with Kayla or Carrie Lemieux. And there's a lot of, to be honest with you, this onion hasn't stopped and this rabbit hole hasn't stopped. It's just unbelievable. We've had parents with everybody thinks the all gender bathroom is for people that can't identify their sex or the transgender children, that's not the case. So there's a lot of stuff being hidden in behind closed doors because they do a lot of this stuff. Most parents think that they're living on an island. We're just that ship going around saying, hey, if you need some help, Parents for Parents Rights is here for you.
Those books, I was looking at them. How are they how are they being able to get into the school system?
So we actually been speaking to the school board since September, and that is a question that came up, and they basically said schools could come all different ways. So actually at our parent council, we just got a book and asked if we could put it in the school, and they said yes. They didn't even ask about what the book was or anything.
Really?
Yeah, oh, shocking. So
they're not even doing any background information, so anything flies.
Basically, yeah, anything can fly under the radar. So we've asked for a motion for any new titles to get added to the libraries to get them flagged, kind of like Netflix does when there's new movies. They spin the story and call this book banners.
Really?
Which isn't the case. Every book deserves to be out there, even if I don't believe it should be out there. But in schools, they should be geared towards the curriculum and age appropriate. In fact, 2 books that I can think of right now that we've actually spoke about, they actually took out of the schools after calling us book banners too, but there's no me on that. That was Fun Home, and It's Perfectly Normal, which is really graphic. It's unbelievable.
I believe I heard somebody making quotes from that book, and I just couldn't believe some of the language that was used in there.
Oh,
I mean, how could that possibly ever end up in a school?
oh,
The youngsters reading this.
exactly. So there's another book called Looking for Alaska. It's a top banned book on the American Library list, and we have it in our schools. I think it's like 36 schools. 18 of those schools are elementary schools. So I could kind of live with it being in a high school, but it definitely should not be in an elementary school. And again, not to ban it, but it's not age appropriate or geared toward curriculum.
Exactly. Well, anything else you'd like to add before we cut this?
Yes, parents, grandparents, concerned citizens, please, it's time to get off your butts and look into, don't take my word, visit my website, talk to your school boards, talk to your MPPs, get involved and find out what's going on. The children in your community need you.
Perfect. And again, one last time, where can people find you?
www.parentsrights.ca.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Elton.
Thanks, Grant. How did I do?
Perfect. That was great.
Yeah.